guys, welcome back to We Watched a Movie. I am Mike. Thanks for taking a minute of your day to spend it with me today. There are 16 horror movies coming out this April, all of which we will talk about now. If you want to watch like 13 of these horror movie trailers along with me, I recorded it in one big fat video on our Patreon, which is in the link down below, where not only will you also get videos like that, but you will get almost 100 full movie commentaries. Just put a Scream 3 one up there, just put a Basketball one up there, just put one up of Evil Dead 2. You can get your own We Watched a Movie Blockbuster style membership cards, personalized videos, all sorts of stuff, plus a monthly live stream, one of which is happening tonight, making today the best day to join our Patreon, because we have a monthly live stream where we do beer chugs and we do horror movie trivia and we do music. It's just a great friggin' time. So anyways, here's 16 horror movies coming out this month. Big Shark. ACD, Big Gun. Big Shark is Tommy Wiseau. Yes, that Tommy Wiseau who did The Room, the one with the dude who walks out and goes, "Oh, hi, Mark. I did not rape her. I did not." That guy decided to make another movie again. And he decided to make it about a shark, which to me is a weird choice because, like, if you're going to make a big, dumb, on purpose, dumb movie, of all the genres you could go to, I don't know why you would go shark, considering Sharknado's out there and all the other shark movies, but hey, it's Tommy Wiseau's shark movie, Big Shark, and it's as bad as you'd expect. The trailer is mostly just two dudes who don't look like boxers standing in a ring boxing, and like every shot is like 2 feet away from their heads. It's the fakest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then the shark comes in, and it's just like a roly-poly shark, just like rolling around the street. I don't know. You have to see it. You know what you're going to see if you go to see it. On April the 4th, Living with Chucky for you documentary. You want to go to the library? For you documentary-loving horror folks, Living with Chucky is someone who's a family member, I believe one of the puppeteers of Chucky, interviewing other family members who have been on the Chucky films as they've gone through. There's interviews with Brad Dourif, with Fiona Dourif, Marlon Wayans is in there, Lynn Shay's in there, just a bunch of people. So if you love horror documentaries and you love Chucky, then Living with Chucky is probably for you. On April the 7th, You're Killing Me comes to VOD. This is Dermot Mulroney, fresh off Scream 6, and yet another like young adult horror movie. In this one, it's like it's an edgy horror flick that sort of feels like a low budget Ready or Not. A girl named Eden goes to a party thrown by the rich kid from The Purge, hoping to get a letter of recommendation to a fancy university, when something goes gnarly and the kid's parents, played by Anne Hesh and Mulroney, show up to try to kill her to keep their secrets. It looks, I can't tell on this one. It's one that I'm probably going to watch and check out because I love Dermot Mulroney. I loved his performance in Scream. Seems like it's going to be another performance like that for him. Also on April the 7th, Summoning Sylvia. A bunch of folks at a big gay bachelor party get together and summon an evil spirit. And that's it, at a cool hour and 14 minutes long. Legitimately, there is one part in this trailer that had me laughing out loud.
Great, so now that I've warmed up.
On April the 14th, The Pope's Exorcist. Now, if you look it up, some places it shows it as April the 7th, but that's overseas. The producer literally told me that on Twitter, because I was like, when the fuck does this movie come out? Why you do this to me, Demi? But The Pope's Exorcist is directed by Julius Avery, who directed a badass movie called Overlord a few years back, and it stars Russell Crowe. I love it when big name, old school action heroes are just big name actors and actresses are in horror movies, such as the case with this. Russell Crowe in The Pope's Exorcist. Self-explanatory, it's the new Exorcist film. We just had Pray for the Devil come out a few months ago. I don't think that one did that well. This one looks really right along those lines and the type of stuff in an Exorcist movie that you're used to, based on a true story allegedly and all this stuff like that. Look, you know whether or not you want to see this one for sure. We'll have a review up on the channel the weekend it comes out. Also on April the 14th, a movie that has been talked about a lot, Renfield, starring Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult. And, you know, I love, when they said Nicolas Cage was playing Dracula and they showed us these photos of him, I was like, hell yes, 1000%. That's Nick fucking Cage. I'm 100% going to see him play Dracula. That looks awesome. Then I saw the trailer, and it's far more, like, Nicolas Cage, as we know, is not going to be in it that much. He's not the star of it. Nicholas Holt's the star of it, and it's far more Nicholas Hoult type movie, where it's like, it seems like almost young adult, like Twilighty, these action scenes that are just over the top. Like, I was like, I wanted to watch an interesting adult movie about Dracula. This feels like The Hunger Games meets Jason Bourne. So was not a fan of the trailer at all, but I'm really hoping that I'm proved wrong by the movie. Nefarious. Now this is one that's weird. I think this looks like it's going to be released in theaters. And in the movie, it's this guy on death row, and he claims to be possessed by a demon. And then fucking Davies from Entourage is sent in as the therapist to try to prove that he's lying on the day that he's supposed to be executed. The whole thing, I'm going to be honest with you, kind of feels like Wish.com Primal Fear. Like, it just, when you watch it, it has tinges of something. Oh, this could be cool, but then I got my radars going off that something's amiss here. And then when you look up who directed it, it is directed by Christian movie maker and God's Not Dead filmmaker Chuck Konzelman, which tells me that this is a sneaky backdoor. I don't know. I'm not sold on this one. But you almost had me, Jim. I don't know. It just looks like Greenie from ESPN trying to talk some sense into like motorcycle riding Ryan Seacrest. Also on April 14th, the movie called Half Sisters comes to VOD, and I watched the trailer for this, and honestly, I have no idea what it was about. It looks like you're watching The Housewives of Beverly Hills in a Strangers movie that was filmed on a fucking potato. Also on April the 14th, the date says both the 14th and the 28th, so I don't know which day it's actually coming out, but it's coming to Shudder eventually, and that is From Black. This is our first chance of the month at something legitimately scary. If you watch the trailer, it could go one of two ways. It's very A24ish, very slow burnish, very highfalutinous, so it could be too artsy for its own fartsy possibly, or it could scare our tits off. I have faith in this one. This one looks dark, twisted, and fucked up. It reminds me kind of of The Black Coat's Daughter, if you're into those kind of movies. On April 18th, we have Night of the Killer Bears coming to VOD, and this is exactly why I said that Winnie the Pooh horror movie was a terrible idea, because it just reinforces the fact that in horror, you could just throw a murderous teddy bear on the DVD cover, and then borrow your little sister's Fisher-Price camera, pay a couple of your friends in Busch Light to come over and wear a Build-A-Bear mask and pretend they're attacking someone. Like, this is the shit that gives horror a bad name. These masks don't even make sense. No one would see through that. Why are they wearing the Build-A-Bear mask to begin with? Is this fucking Disney? God damn it. I'm not going to throw my hot sauce. On April 21st, The Tank comes out, and this one is where a couple inherits a huge, beautiful property in an exotic location, because that always works out in horror movies. And this creature who looks like Venom fucked a Demogorgon is living in their water supply, and when they go and ask for the month's rent, things get really gnarly and they end up needing a new pair of shorts. And this one looks like it could go either way, but I'm leaning towards it. Looks like it's a pretty fun idea, pretty cool creature design. All I'm asking, can we please stop doing the circular sharp teeth on our horror monsters these days? I mean, it's been done. It's been done since Vagina Dentata in Teeth back in 2002 or whatever it was. Also on April 21st, the cream rises to the top. The big one of the month, Evil Dead Rises in theater. Lee Cronin, produced by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. If you've seen the trailer for this, you know it's fucking gnarly. Goddamn cheese grater. I can't wait to see this. I think it's going to rule. Evil Dead, the franchise, is going to be 5 for 5 on kick-ass horror movies. It's my most anticipated horror movie probably for the rest of the entire year, let alone in April. Beau is Afraid, directed by Ari Aster and starring Joaquin Phoenix. It has several dates listed like many of these do. I think it's a limited release and then it's going to go to a wider audience, but this one says April the 18th. It also says April the 28th. Who the fuck knows? You would think that they'd want to let us know specifically where the movie will be so that we can purchase it. I feel like Jonah Hill and 40-Year-Old Virgin. Like, I just want to purchase these ice skates so I can take them home and use them. Why are you making this difficult? But this movie looks like, I'm not sure exactly why it's listed as a horror movie, because when you watch the trailer, it doesn't seem like a horror movie at all, but we will see. Ari Aster's a fucking genius, and Joaquin Phoenix is one of the greatest actors of our time. So I look forward to it, even though he talks about goat milk a lot. On April the 28th, this is my sneak peek. You underestimated the sneakiness pick of the month, Exhibit 8. It is a desktop horror / found footage flick, and if you know, those movies get me going. I will put a link at the end of this video to my top 10 desktop horror movies of all time. I love those movies. This is alongside those. There's these two groups of people that come together searching for a missing person, and then they find out something super sinister is going on. There's several moments in this trailer that just give me the willies, and I've got a really good feeling about this one. At a cool hour and 15 minutes long, I cannot wait to watch Exhibit number 8. Also on April 28th on Hulu, Cock Clock. Not Cock Clock, Just clock. Clock. It's about a woman's biological clock not working right, so she goes to a clinic to have her biological clock fixed, and then Jan from the office is this freaky doctor there, and then a whole bunch of horrific stuff happens. Or look, this one, the trailer looks like it has some fun horror moments in it. It also seems like the movie's just trying to like ham-fisted punch you in the face with, look, women don't have to have kids if they don't want to. And I totally fucking agree. I don't know why it's an argument. Have kids if you want to. Don't have kids if you want to. That's between you and your overbearing mother. We don't have to fight about everything online, do we? So, but I don't know. Who knows how this is going to be. And then finally, this one is super exciting. I think you're going to be hearing a lot about this soon. The Black Demon, and starring Home Depot's very own Joshua Lucas. Directed by Rambo Last Blood and Get the Gringo director Adrian Grunberg, Josh Lucas and his family are stranded on a broken down oil rig in the middle of nowhere while a megalodon shark hunts them down. But wait, there's more. It's a haunted megalodon shark. This one looks fucking wily, and it looks like it has the actual budget behind it to actually pull off some pretty cool stuff. If you haven't checked out that trailer, I totally recommend you checking it out. And again, if you want to watch all these trailers with me, there's a video on our Patreon in the link below. And that, my friends, is 16 horror movies coming out this April. Again, if that helps you figure things out and you enjoyed your time here as much as I did, click that subscribe button, click the bell so that YouTube will tell you when we make videos. Because sometimes they don't, because we like to say things like shit, cock, balls, and they won't rank us up there. So you gotta get in there and you gotta find that goddamn dog. You gotta do it yourself sometimes. But hey, I've had too much coffee. I love your all's fucking faces. I hope you have an awesome day. I hope you have an awesome month. What are you most looking forward to this month? And we'll see you soon. Halloween never ends, suck my fucking dick, and I don't really care what Blumhouse fucking says. Put him in a box, or suck a fucking cock. You can say he's dead, but we all know he's not, yeah. So let's go trick-or-treating, let's go fucking drinking, let's all go rent Pumpkinhead on VHS, cause Halloween never ends.